Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm looking extremely rough today because I just took off some makeup and we're going to apply some more. Okay, this is like my third or fourth time trying to record. Y'all know once I get into my head, I get into my head and it's so hard for me to get out of my head. I have issues. I have issues. I was just talking to another artist because she was asking me about my light setup, and I'm trying to tell her, look girl, I am struggling. But you know what it is? I think because we view ourselves in a different light than others, that sometimes we can be our biggest critics. So I did a look, I didn't like it. Well, I liked the look, but I didn't, whatever. Anyway, I'm going to possibly try to redo the look. I don't know if I should redo the same one. I feel like I might. I feel like I might redo the same look, or I might do a new one. Just kind of depends on how I'm feeling. Then we're gonna start out with two products. The first one being the NYX Brow Pencil in the shade Espresso. Y'all know this is like my favorite one ever. And then the second one being the NYX Brow Tint Pen, which I just started using this one, and this one is amazing. I use it just up in here to make it look like I actually have brows, you know? Okay, so the first one I'm going to use is the Espresso by NYX, and I'm just going to start drawing in my brows. Now, I did use just a smidget of powder to kind of set them in place because, yeah, my brows are a little bit greasy. Besides, I just removed like a whole bunch of other makeup, so... And I'm not really worried about like filling in this portion. Like if I see it's missing a little bit of hair, I'll go in there and I'll fill in that. But I'm not really concerned about filling in the whole entire brow. Just kind of tracing out where I want my brows to be. Brought you guys in a lot closer too, so hopefully you guys can see everything. But now we're gonna go in with the brow pen. Lord, if I can get it open. And I'm gonna fill in the front portion that I didn't fill in with the pencil. And then this is kind of like why I say I'm not really concerned about filling in that back portion, because I'll go in now and just kind of fill it in. And what I really like about this pencil is that it kind of gives me like hair strokes in the front, so it looks a little bit more natural than me filling it in with that pencil. The hair strokes or the pen is more defined. And I used to do this with what you call that, like a liquid liner. Yeah, liquid liner. I used to do it with that, but then you can't really control it unless you get a pen. I mean, I guess you could use like the felt tip liners to do it as well, but tomato. And that's it. And then I'm gonna go in and clean them up with a little bit of concealer. I'm going to use concealer. The first shade of concealer I'm going to use is the e.l.f. Deep Cinnamon. And then I'm going to go in with my foundation. It's a little bit more my color up in here. You guys will see. Just stay tuned. Alright, so now we're going to go in with the Deep Cinnamon. And I'm going to clean it up right outside of here. Just that back portion. Just clean all of that up. Alright. I'm going to bring down a little bit. Just a little bit. Now I'm gonna go in with the foundation that's more of my shade, and I'm gonna just apply it in here. So at like the beginning of the brow, that's where I'm applying. And I don't always do it this way. Look, my makeup routine is never ever the same. It just isn't. It really depends on the day for me and how I'm feeling. And that's how I determine what I want to do with my makeup, but it's never the same, and it will never be the same. Okay, I'm just different. Okay, I just do things differently, just do it my way. I think you guys know this portion. If you've been watching me for a while, y'all know how I do it. I just take a little bit of concealer, apply it to the lid, and that's gonna serve as our base. Y'all know how we do it. So then I'm just going to buff this in. I have like a slight piece of hair over here. I'm gonna move it. I think I can see it, but I can't move it. I don't know where it's coming from. Anyway, I'm just going to buff this in like so. And as I'm buffing it in, I'm also kind of like getting that top area too, where I put that concealer to make sure it's all blended out. Okay, so to start, because I'm just going to do the same look since I already know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just going to do the same one. So I'm going to use the Fenty 460. as well as the 480, which is this one. This one's the 480, so I'm gonna use the 460 and the 480 to go ahead and start my eyeshadow. Okay, starting out with the 460 first, and I'm just gonna take it here and I'm going to blend. Y'all, I really wanted to be out in them streets for the summer. I really did. But number one, it's getting a little bit too expensive. And my friends, I told y'all, I think before in like a previous video, most of my friends are all married. So we can't really be doing hot girl shit. And then one of them, the one that was single that I felt like, okay, we can go out and do some shit, she goes and gets a damn boyfriend. Like, why the hell did you do that right before hot girl summer started? I told you what it was. It was hot girl summer. Y'all know my man is deployed, so I have nobody to lay up under. And every time I ask him to do something like today, I was like, well, hey girls, let's go get some seafood, you know, because I've been craving like some seafood. So let's all go out to dinner, get some seafood. Each one of them talking about they laid up under their man. If y'all are single, y'all trying to be out here in these streets, like not every day, not every weekend, but like sometimes, then let me know. Let me know, because I need some more single friends, okay? So we can do ratchet ass shit, because this right here, it's not working for me. Last weekend, I'm going on with the 480. Last weekend, we were like, hey, we're gonna hang out, because we're gonna hang out. Okay, so we're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be a hot girl summer. My friend's car is in the shop, so I was like, okay, well, bet we'll just all drive over to you. I'm not really like a big club person. I'd rather do like lounges or dinner, something of that nature. But I was like, your car's down, we'll all head over there and just chill. Besides, she got like a beautiful house. I love being at her house. So I was like, okay, we'll come. I know her husband was gonna cook, so we was gonna chill. But normally, like, he don't really hang out with the ladies. Like, he give us our time, he go in his room. I get over there, and she tells me that the other friend said she was gonna bring her man. I specifically said, the text message specifically said, we doing hot girl shit. So why did you bring your man? And I understand that it's the honeymoon phase. I get it. Y'all just want to be all up under each other and all this extra shit. I understand. But god damn it. And then it's like I'm third wheeling extra hard this time because it's just me and y'all both in relationships. Like, then they over there kissing. Don't nobody want to see all that, bro. I'm using the e.l.f. concealer in the shade Fair Warm. I don't know what the fuck my neighbor is doing, but I feel like I'm gonna punch her in her fucking face. Her Bob the Builder ass is always outside building something. Sit your asses down somewhere. God damn. Fucking gets on my goddamn nerves. Then she got a fucking kid that sounds like fucking Donnie from the fucking Wild Thornberries. She just irritates the shit out of me. Anyway, I asked my friend, I'm like, bro, why you didn't tell me before I got over here that she was bringing her dude? Because you already know how I feel about sitting up under people's man. I just don't like that shit. I don't know what it is about it. You know what? I do know what it is. But I just don't like it. She's like, well, that's why I didn't tell you, because I knew you weren't going to come. Exactly. So you decided to make me uncomfortable by bringing me over here to this bullshit? And then it was like he was uncomfortable because he hadn't been around a group before. And so, of course, you know, when they're uncomfortable, they kind of like to latch on to the significant other and be outside standing up under them. So then we can't even have girl talk because he just standing here. My night was blue. My night was blue. Then, of course, he was ready to go. So it was like, oh, okay, girl, I gotta go. I don't like that. I don't like that. And y'all know when girls be getting their dudes around, they act completely different. Like, we can't even... Well, shit, I'm gonna show my real stuff regardless. But I'm just saying, like, most girls, especially when you're on the honeymoon stage, you still got the representative there, so you trying not to act crazy, and we can't even drink like we normally drink. Normally, we all put, the three of us, excuse me, I got something in my nose. The three of us will normally put a bottle away between us, right? A bottle or two. It depends on how crazy we get. We'll be able to put a bottle or two away, right? And that night we probably did 2 shots each because she, you know, she didn't want to get too crazy because the dude was there. Like, he needs to go. It is a hot girl summer. This right here is the Juvia's Wahala 2 palette. Is it Wahala? No, it's Wahala 1. Look at me lying. And I'm going to use this color, this little orange color in here, and then also that green color is how I achieved the look previously. But we're going to do it again. We're going to do it again just so you guys can see it because the other one was horrible. So I'm gonna tap the little orange off in here and kind of blend it back and forth like that, you know, like that, like this. Then my freaking attitude will come into play, like I said, because I feel like people can't really be themselves when you're in a representative stage, and I understand that you want to hang out with your man all the time, but damn, can you get a damn break? Women and men who feel like they cannot separate themselves. Oh, my man, my man, my man, my man. Girl, your man is going to be there. You are allowed to go out and have a good time. Separate yourself from your damn man. He don't need to be around all the time. Like, I get it, but didn't y'all just get done being together this morning? Take a break and go hang out with your damn girls. That's why y'all be arguing and shit like that, because y'all always around each other. Don't lose yourself. Don't lose your identity because you're always with this man. Like, that's just, it's too much. It to me, it's just too much. And to deepen this up, because y'all know I love a deep edge, I'm gonna go in here with the Wahala palette as well. There's a color in here called Sis. Yeah, and it's like a deep little shade right here, and I'm gonna use this to kind of deepen up the edge just a little bit right here, you know, just kind of get it off in there, make it a little bit deeper. But yeah, I know somebody like that who just feel like she can't go nowhere without her goddamn man. Like, if he gonna be there, he gonna be there when you come back. Like, you can go hang out with your damn girls and have a good time. Damn, shit, I don't like all that. We is not one. We is not one. We is two different people. I'm allowed to go out. You allowed to go out, do your thing. Sometimes you just need a break from one another. You suffocating me. All right, I'm going to use the Nars Primer. And I'm going to prime my skin because basically we done with the shadow, y'all. Like, the shadow was super simple, you know, like easy. Not too much. Not too much at all, right? Right, I'm going to use the Juvia's Place to Go, whatever it's called. Y'all know. Because some of y'all like to act like y'all is fucking grammar teachers and try to tell me how to pronounce some shit. Shut up. Okay, anyway, I'm using this on my face, and this is going to be my foundation today, okay? Nothing major, just super light, simple, you know, just kind of get it off in there. You know what? Juvia's has really grown on me. I didn't really fuck with it at first, but it has really, really grown on me. You know, just a little bit. Y'all, if y'all want y'all feelings hurt, I'm gonna tell you something. Nobody has ever hurt your feelings, and nobody can ever hurt your feelings worse than an old person and a fucking kid. Between those two, I'm telling you right now, you don't know pain until you've received an insult or you've been read by either of them, okay? I constantly get read by my son. Like, if I want to know if my lace looks good today, he'll come and tell me. He'll come and look at my wig and he'll be like, the lace is lifting, Mom. It doesn't look good today. You know, like, he'll let me know on shit. But my feelings constantly get hurt by my kids because I feel like I do so much to try to make sure and try to make up for shit that they didn't have, you know, when they were younger, that I feel like they just don't appreciate shit. So, prime example would be, we went to Houston, we went to Austin all in one weekend, right? Had a good time. Took them down there, and I'm talking about I lost so much damn money that I'm still trying to recoup, okay? Because I did not expect to pay that much between the hotel, the freaking tickets that we had to buy, just so many unexpected expenses that I did not expect to have to pay. Anyway, I lost a lot of money, okay? Not their problem, no issue there, right? So then we come back, and I'm still doing shit for them. Because they're not in daycare this summer, because the prices of daycare have gone up to the point where I can't afford it. I'm not ashamed to say it. Daycare is way too goddamn expensive for me to afford. How you people are affording daycare is beyond me, because I know that, girl, it was a struggle when I was having to pay for it. It was a freaking struggle, okay? So how you guys are still paying daycare and the prices have gone up tremendously? Because, like, okay, so I had made it to where I could not really afford it, but I made it to where I could budget it in, right? But then because they didn't go up on daycare during the pandemic, they were like, nah, we gotta hit you with a huge one. So now the bill went up, you know, $200 per child. So that's $400 a week, right? So I was like, oh, hell no. I couldn't freaking afford it. So I decided that we were going to get them out of daycare daycare was just not going to be an option for us. We just weren't going to be able to do daycare, unfortunately. So I pulled them from daycare, and thank God I work from home. So I was like, well, I'll be home. Some days I'm allowed to leave early, so on those days we'll just be able to do stuff. On my breaks, we can play Uno and it'll be fine, right? I'll make it work. But because they're always at home, I try to make sure that on the weekends or anytime I get to like downtime, that I make sure I take them places. Now, it has been way too damn hot in Texas for us to go to an actual park. So we don't go to parks anymore because it's way too hot. But I'll take them to like indoor swimming pools. We'll go swimming. Um, Stuff like that. Just anything that I could find to take them to, I'll make sure it happens. Now, keep in mind that I just spent an ungodly amount of money down in damn Austin 2 weeks ago. Okay, 2 weeks ago. I am not a millionaire. Okay, this YouTube shit pays. It pays okay. It might pay a light bill or something like that, but it ain't a lot. So just keep that in mind. That was the e.l.f. concealer I just used to blend out. Now I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Honey setting powder, and I'm going to set all of this in place. Just get it set, get it pop. Anyway, keep that in mind, right? But for me, I've always felt like it does not matter what I am going through personally, what I don't have personally. I will skip out on paying a damn bill that my kids won't notice. So I will never not pay the light bill because they'll be able to notice that. But we'll skip out on a couple of bills that they won't feel or whatever if I have to, just to make sure they have everything that they want. So this week, I asked them what they wanted to do. And my son was like, well, I just want to go to It's. And It's is here in Texas. It's like an indoor arcade. And it's not pricey, right? It's not. So I was like, okay. In the back of my mind, I was like, I'm going to make it happen for them. Doesn't matter how. We're going to figure it out, right? Even if we go over budget, we're going to figure out how to make that shit happen. So I made sure that I took them to It's. Hey, what do you guys want for dinner? Now, normally we'll just grab like a little Caesar pizza. On the weekends, my kids love pizza, $5. Get them a little breadsticks, a little soda, call it a day. They're in heaven. So they're like, we want to go to Golden Corral. And you think about that, that's like $15 a piece, right? Okay, cool. That's what you want. That's what we can go ahead and do. No problems. I would never, ever make my kids feel like it is their responsibility or they should be punished for me not having. You know what I'm saying? Like, we not bad off. Let me not say that. We not bad. But I'm just saying, like, it's getting pricey with them being out of school for summer. Okay, I'm going to use the shade 480 by Fenty again. And I really love how this just kind of warms up my skin, contours it, bronzes it, whatever you want to call it. It just gets it all together, okay? So I personally love this. Anyway, my point in saying all of that was just to say I really do try my best to get the kids whatever they need. Where was I at? Because I got a phone call. It kind of distracted me, but I needed a phone call. Anyway, yeah, I try to get them anything and everything they ask me for. Even though, listen, if I say no to my kids, I'll be like, no, you can't do this, or no, you can't do that. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to let them do it. I'm going to figure out a way for us to do it. Whatever they ask me to do, I'm going to figure out a way for us to get it done. That's just what we do as moms, right? Like, you ain't got no choice. Figure the shit out. You know what it puts me in the mindset of? Remember when you used to ask your mom for something for Christmas and she'd be like, no. But then when Christmas came, she was sitting on the couch waiting on you to open up your gifts because she knew she got you exactly what you had asked her for. That's me. Like, I might say no and be like, no, we're not doing that. But eventually, we're going to fucking do it. Like, I'm going to make sure it happens. Anyway, they asked me, could they go to It's? I'm like, yes, we're going to go to It's. So I take them out. And oh my goodness, I didn't realize how many struggle meals my kids have never had. Like, they've never endured PB&J. They've never had ramen noodles. My kids have never had Popeyes. Like, my kids have never had Kool-Aid. It's a lot of shit that my kids have not experienced. My kids have never experienced this, not because I feel like, oh my goodness, it's for poor people type of shit. They just never experienced it because I felt like certain things we ate because we didn't have the funds, or my mom didn't really manage the funds correctly to get us what we wanted. So I try to make sure that they don't have to go through that, I remember having to eat cereal with water. Y'all know nothing about that. Y'all never had to have that. So I make sure that certain things, and it's more of a me thing. Like, I associate those things with not having a lot of things that I thought we should have growing up. So it's mainly me who just as like, nah, my kids can't ever know what that is. You know, it's me, and I think everybody has that. Everybody has to have something that they had or they ate as a kid. They was like, nah, I'm not eating that as an adult. And that's one of the things that just happened with me. Certain things we just don't eat. But anyway, they've never had to experience any of that, and you know what? I take great pride in that. I take great fucking pride in saying it. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm doing a lot of rambling. Let me just hurry up and get to the point. I'm sorry. Anyway, I said all of that to say that I feel like because my kids are so blessed and so fortunate that sometimes they forget, you know, like, mommy don't have to do this shit for you. Um, it's a it's a blessing that it is being done for you. I wouldn't have it any other way, but it is not a requirement for me to do this stuff for you. You know, like, I think that they are a little spoiled and they forget. Prime example would be today. Like I said, I took them to It's, paid for them to get in, and I always get them like the extra cards so they can play all of the games and not just like the ones on the left. Nothing wrong with the ones on the left, but sometimes they want to go play basketball, stuff like that. So I'll get them the extra cards so they can go and play that. And it was time for us to go. And my son, he likes to collect all his tickets until he can get like one of the big prizes, right? He's a big prize type of person. So he really wants one of the big prizes, and he didn't have enough points this go round. So I told him to save his cards. But inside of the little prize store, whatever, they have those little fruities, the candies. I don't know if y'all remember penny candy back in the day, but they were fruities, and they have them in like the purple, they have them in blue, like a cherry flavor. They got all these different flavors, and that candy is like a little bitty thing. It's called a fruity, and those things are so damn good. I have never had any type of candy, and it's so hard to find them. I think the only place that has them now is Amazon. Anyway, we're inside of this prize store. They have the fruities, and I was like, oh my goodness, I want 5. The little itty bitty fruities were probably like 15 points, okay? Not bad at all. My son had probably like 600, 700 points. So 15 points, and I'm getting 5, like, chill out. So I'm like, hey, since you're not going to use your card, let me use your card to get these fruities or whatever. Boy, what the hell did I do that for? Because it was hell on damn wheels. So I asked him to let me use his card. He's like, no, because I said I wanted to save my points, which I understand. You are allowed to save your points. And if they would have accepted cash, then I would have used my card. But since they didn't, and I paid for everything to get us off in here, you're going to let me use the little 15 points, sir, especially since I'm going to be the one bringing you back. What is the problem? Girl, he had a whole damn attitude, and it really hurt my feelings because as a mother, I don't know, a lot of you guys probably know already, but as a mom, we have to be so selfless and give everything. There have been so many times I didn't want to share my food. It's been so many times I didn't want to give them that damn $25 for a fucking field trip. I wanted to keep that and do something special for myself, but I gave it to you. And you mean to tell me that you can't give me 15 points for some damn fruities? You're that damn selfish? I'm talking about my heart. I'm still hurt about it. It really hurt my feelings. That's why I said can't nobody really hurt you like your damn kids, bro. Because like I said, I had given my kids my last, okay, with no hesitation. And you mean to tell me you can't give me no damn fruity? Are you kidding me? But you know what though? When it comes to their money, like they are extremely more conscious about what they spend their money on. But when it comes to my damn money, oh, it's like, fuck it, you got it. It'll be fine. Whatever I want, you need to buy it. So when we got out to the car, like, although my feelings were hurt, I did try to use it as a life lesson and just explain to them, I put clothes on your back. I put a roof over your head. I mean, I make sure that whatever you ask me for, anything you've ever asked me for, I may not give it to you right then and there, but I give it to you later. Half of the time, I don't even have shit for myself. I can't tell you the last time that I've gone shopping. I just told y'all what? Last week was my first time in the mall in like 10 years. I don't even go buy shit for myself, but I buy shit for you. And for you to even tell me no on the most minuscule scale, it hurt me to the core. Like these little Switch games you want, I give it to you. Then you send up here so much you want a PS4. I'm getting ready to buy that for you. And you send up here talking about I can't have no damn fruities. As much money as I've spent on you. Now given some of that I should have spent on you as my child. But most of this stuff you're not required to have. And I give it to you because I love you. And you mean to tell me that you can't give me no damn fruities. I'm telling you, if you ever want your feelings hurt in life, have a kid. Have a damn kid, baby. They will humble you and they will hurt your feelings on a daily basis and not give two shits. Okay, so now I'm going to use, that was the Fenty Beauty Mocha Mommy that I used as my blush because I wanted to just come to warm up my face a little bit. But now I'm going to go in with the Sephora Molasses and I'm going to use this as my lip liner. And let's kind of pull it in. Y'all, my kid did say he was sorry though. He did apologize. And I had a conversation with him. Now he didn't apologize right away. That's one thing I don't make my kids do. I don't make them apologize like right away. I make them after I explain to them what's going on, I make them kind of sit with that thought process a little bit, and then you come apologize to me if you feel like you was wrong. If you feel like you was wrong, then you come and talk to me about it. But I'm not gonna lie and say the sting ain't there. The sting is still very much there. But I forgive him because he's my kid, you know. But parenting is not easy. It is difficult. It's difficult as hell. Why y'all be in such a rush to go and have kids is beyond me. I will never understand it. I told my Instagram the other day that I just had a conversation about Mary, Jesus, and God. Okay, and it was probably one of the hardest conversations I've ever had in my life. Okay, because I didn't know shit, and it becomes confusing because you really want to listen. I feel like the best thing as a parent is just to make sure that your kid has good values and morals. Okay, and the story about Mary and God and stuff. So we were driving on my way to get my son's haircut, and he asked me how many guys we serve. Random question, don't know where it came from, but he wanted to know how many guys we serve. This is the Nude Embrace by Maybelline, and I'm just going to apply this to my lips. But for me, the easiest answer to that is one, because we only serve one God. Well, hell, I only serve one God. I don't have multiple guys. I don't have idols, none of that shit, okay? So I only serve one God. So I tell him that the answer is one. He then proceeds to say, well, what about Jesus? And I'm like, well, Jesus was God's son, right? You know, it's the son of God, you know, that's what it is. You know, thinking that the conversation was going to stop there. Wrong. Boy, was I goddamn wrong. He then follows up with, well, that means that we serve three gods. So I'm like, no. It kind of means that we only serve one still. And he's like, well, what about Jesus' mom? So we got Jesus, God, and Jesus' mom that we serve. So I'm like, no, she wasn't really a god, you know, so we don't serve her. I mean, I get what you're saying, and I like the way you're thinking. I understand it, but like, that's not how it works. So then he's like, well, then my daughter is like, well, what they trying to say? They're trying to say girls can't be gods, and I'm like, that ain't what I said. And they like, well, what are you saying? And at that very moment, I realized that this parenting shit is a lot harder. I mean, I realize that every day, but it definitely is something that's going to take time and that it's a little bit harder, right? So I'm like, I don't know. And my favorite thing to say, like, when I don't know shit, is I tell my kids, stop asking me stuff. Stop asking me stuff, because you confusing me, I'm confusing you. We both just going to be sitting here confused. It's not really a good look for either of us. So just stop asking me stuff, because I don't know. Go read a Bible. Okay, so now that we got the lips together, I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of my fortune cookie. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. And I'm trying to get back on schedule with updating. I mean, it should be easy now since all my damn friends is booed up and I ain't got nowhere to go. It should be very easy. Okay, guys, so here we are. This is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe below to the channel. Like I said, this is my second time doing this look, okay? So Y'all better get into it. It was definitely more simple the second go around because I knew exactly what I was about to do. But you guys can still see like the gold or orange off in here. It's pretty cute. I didn't go over the top of my lashes with my liner because literally I'm about to take this right off because I ain't got nowhere to go because all my friends is married or they booed up and they with they boo and my boo is deployed. So I really don't have nobody to kick it with. So I'm very upset. I'm very angry. I'm sorry. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think about today's topic. It wasn't really a topic. It was more like a venting session. I'll get back to it with the topics. I promise. Don't worry about that. But let me know how you guys felt about it in the comments. I love you guys. And I'll see you guys next time.